Good afternoon. I'm Dr. Vishnu Durga from Action Coach Guyana and the Who's Who in Guyana Business Directory. And we are continuing our series of interviews with very innovative companies around Guyana that are doing their best to still serve their clients under these circumstances. And today I have with me two guests from Metro Office and Computer Supplies. So, Ave, good afternoon. Nayandi, good afternoon. How are you?
Good afternoon, Vishnu. I'm doing fantastic. We're happy for the
Good
rain.
afternoon, Dr. Durga. I'm great as well.
Very good, very good. And today is also International Nurses Day. So, maybe I'll ask Nayandi, what message do you have for the nurses out there?
Well, I would like to first and foremost thank the nurses for all they're doing. The nurses are kind of the unsung heroes, you know. You're hearing the doctors, yes, of course, the doctors are important, but the nurses are the ones who have to deal with the prep, the aftercare, the caring for the patients when they're in the rooms, the emergency rooms, and the hospital beds. So the nurses are the unsung heroes. So we'd just like to say on behalf of myself, my family, and Metro Office and Computer Supplies, thank you to those unsung heroes. Thank you to the nurses. Thank you for all that you're doing.
Very good, very good. And Ave, any words for all the nurses that are looking at this particular live broadcast and also to their families because I think their families also go through quite a bit.
Well, of course, I'm from a family that had nurses. My mom was a nurse. She was a trained midwife, and she also was trained in psychiatry. And my great aunt, she was the matron of the hospital. My dad was a pharmacist. So I have the greatest respect for nurses, and I love nurses. So my message today is today and every day we should celebrate our healthcare professionals for their bravery, service, and above all for their love for all humanity, for the personal sacrifices they are making to save lives from this unidentified assailant. And we cannot thank them enough. But we trust that all governments across the world will properly compensate our healthcare professionals. It's nice to celebrate them and to clap and ring bells and stuff, but they actually need tangible support where they can better their lives and the lives of their families.
Yep.
They're my heroes right about now. So shout out to all the healthcare professionals. We love and appreciate you.
Yep, definitely. And it was good to see that at least one measure was added into the last order where nurses and healthcare workers don't have to line up in queues. So if they are, if they have their ID or if they have their uniform on, they would be able to skip the line because you wouldn't want our, they are our first line of defense to have to be waiting unnecessarily anywhere. So that's a good move.
I totally agree. That's amazing.
Very good. And how are things at Metro? What's happening at Metro?
I'll allow Nayandi to come in and I'll just fill in the blanks. Go ahead, Nay.
Well, what we're doing here, Metro, of course, we're continuing to, ad, adhere to the guidelines, but we're also continuing to serve our customers in the best way that we know. Um, we're open on Thursdays as usual to facilitate, our emergency orders and bulk jobs. But these are only facilitated by the pre-orders. So you metroguyana91 at Gmail, stationery at metroguyana.com, and any branch at metroguyana.com. You can also call the numbers 6532 and 6439077. Myself and Ananza, we are holders of those numbers. So when you call, we will be able to facilitate you there, and we will direct you to either use the email to send in your pre-order, or we will take that order over the phone. Also, you have the WhatsApp numbers for the New Amsterdam location, 6219494, and for Kwamina Street, 6280051. So with these numbers, you can also place your orders and your pre-orders and your emergency orders and your requests, and they will be facilitated because the emails are being monitored, the numbers are being monitored, and also our Facebook page is being monitored. So you can send your request also via Facebook page, and we have our staff there to answer any of your questions and to facilitate your orders as well.
Very good. And, I'd also encourage persons out there who know of the fantastic service that Metro provides. I'm sure there are people who are thinking about the work that they have to get copied, the supplies that they need. So, make sure that you love this video, but more importantly, that you share it so people can know how they can really benefit from what Metro has been putting in place. Ave, for the team that's there, how are we making sure that the team is really uh, safeguarded? Is probably the best word.
I'm glad that you asked. I can tell you since before, I think it's April 3rd, we closed our Georgetown locations. We have maintained our entire staff complement of 52. I'm delighted and I'm grateful that we're able to do that. So everyone is being paid their full salaries. We pay fortnightly. So because we can't just tell people be safe and we trust that. But I mean, you can't take trust to the store and you can't take it to pay the utility company. You actually need actual cash. So I'm delighted that we're able to maintain our staff complement. They're very engaged and willing. The HR department is very instrumental in sharing material every day. We also have training sessions, both with internally and external experts. Coming up this week, we have a training session with the Center of Learning and Business Development, and that's to enlighten all our employees about our HSSE policy, health, security, and the environment. And it's important. And it's it was such a good thing that we embarked on because it came in at a time when we actually dealing with a pandemic. So our emergency response plan was able to be included. I'd like to give a standing ovation to Nyandi McKenzie and Livonia Springer, who worked on this policy document based on the feedback I got from the CLBD. It was well written, and I'm sure that Nyandi would be able to share her expertise with other companies who would like to have their HSSE policy developed. Don't know if I'm putting you on blast, Nyandi. in that we have our daily COVID-19 management session, and we have our company president who joins us every day at 11 from New York to give us a perspective as to what is happening in New York and how they are going to be going into their reopening, which is being done in phases. And we are also making arrangements with Metro to ensure that we safeguard our customers when that time comes and also our employees. So we are doing some modification to our stores to ensure that at no point in time we'll have more than 10 people, inclusive of staff and customers in the building, properly social distance so that people can feel safe. We also have sinks we are installing. We'll be testing your temperatures. We'll have sanitizers. We'll have an enclosed area for our staff. We'll have people dressed in shields. We just want to make sure that our population is kept safe so that we all can enjoy the wealth of Guyana. Thank you.
Definitely. And it's we're not going to go back to the way it was in any, if at all, but definitely not in a hurry. So we have to make sure that all these measures are put in place because we do have viruses and diseases that pop up from time to time. So as we learn how to deal with them, we now have to use these measures. Across the Caribbean, we've seen a few countries have already released how they're going to roll out back in phases, and I think CARICOM has also just decided on a CARICOM-wide plan. So I would suggest that, and it's really good that you guys are already working on that because all of this is supposed to roll out in about 4 to 6 weeks. So very important. We were talking a little bit before we started off, and we were thinking about the things that are needed to make business a little bit easier in Guyana. And you mentioned e-commerce. What do you have in mind when it comes to e-commerce?
Well, e-commerce is pretty much a premium platform presently. I think if we were not taking it seriously before, most retail companies or even all companies will have to resort to an e-commerce platform. So I know for us, we'll be redoing our website to make it e-commerce ready so that we'll be able to meet the needs of our customers. I know with what is happening, people are going to do business differently. You won't
Mhm.
want to go to a store if you don't have to. So the World Wide Web and e-commerce is going to even be an integral part of our lives, and we are going to be making that shift as well. So you'll have the option of placing your orders, and of course having it delivered at a cost, because the city is pretty much mapped out, and we can
Mhm.
do delivery, but we can also partner with other companies who would want to who have delivery services or courier services, so that they can help with the local deliveries. We'll be able to touch Georgetown and its environs, as well as New Amsterdam, because we have a branch in New Amsterdam. So
Yeah.
those are some of the plans we have as it relates to e-commerce. But most importantly, we need our decision makers to ensure to fast track the e-commerce legislation, so as to enable businesses to be able to function smoothly. We have got to make that shift. It's time.
Yeah, and I see Sharon is saying good afternoon, Metro. So very nice to
Hi,
see that.
Sharon.
Hello, Sharon. Good
Loyal
afternoon.
followers. She's
She's a
very
top fan,
loyal. Yeah,
so
she's one of our top fans.
one of our top fans.
So Sharon, I trust you and your family are remaining safe, and you're following all the protocols.
Very good. And you did mention that the e-commerce, the need for that environment to now really start to be developed. And I think hand in hand with that, and hopefully the authorities are also watching. If they're at home, they might as well watch Facebook a little bit between 1 and 2. It's important that we really set up our payment options, right? So that it makes it
That's
easier
right.
for people to be able to pay organizations using e-commerce platforms. In the US, it's a norm. Many of us do online shopping, and it's very easy to purchase anything online. We really do need that level of ease in Guyana now, especially if we're going to reduce cash handling, because one of the things with this virus, it can also live on money, right? So uh,
Exactly.
another reason why we should reduce the use of physical money. Very good. Now, I know this is early in the week. It's Tuesday. I know that you guys have you're taking in orders, and then those are being processed. You mentioned bulk orders and the like on Thursdays.
That's correct. That's correct. So between Monday and Wednesday, you can make your calls, do your pre-orders via the email or via any of the numbers provided.
Mhm.
We take those orders, and as Miss Lindy indicated, we have a meeting every day with our management team.
Yeah.
Now we only have our management members, team members going out on the days. We have two members that go out on the Thursday to facilitate the ordering, the photocopying, the document reproduction, and we
Mhm.
also have two team member at our other sales center location in Crow Street that also facilitates some emergency orders as well. So what we do is ensure that at the management meetings, we, do the analysis of the orders, and then we make the determination. These are the orders that will be done on Thursday, and we also speak to our customers, and they also tell us, if we can facilitate them not this Thursday but the other Thursday. And I must say that our customers have been extremely patient, and they have been understanding with us, and we'd like to thank them for that, because everyone understands the situation that we're in, and everyone is being flexible enough and adaptable to the changes that we have made, and we're still doing so in the to benefit our customers and also our employees.
We talk a lot about essential services, but I think some people may not realize the type of essential service that Metro also provides in making sure that the wheels of commerce, wheels of education, keep turning all the
That's
time.
right.
So,
That's
um,
right.
are there any advice that you would like to share? We've now been experiencing this for nearly 2 months now since we
Yeah.
first heard about it. What is on your mind? And I do see that Sharon. Yeah, thank you guys. Be safe too, and as well for your family. So it's really Sharon is really a top fan of Metro, and
Thank
hopefully
you.
we'll. So
Thank you,
any
Sharon.
advice? Mhm.
What
Definitely.
what is important during this time? I know it's important, and I'd like to emphasize it's important to find a community or a tribe. I know I make it my duty whenever I have a minute to join the midday calls with Action Coach. They have some really interesting sessions, and how you can deal with your business, how you can improve your reading skills, your retention skills, how you can maximize your brain power. And there's so much stuff going on. It's important to be a part of a community where you can grow and learn together. I know there's also virtual Toastmasters on Monday afternoons, if I'm correct.
Yep.
So there's so much going on. However, it's important not to sit in front of your screen all the time and to burn out.
Mhm.
Remember, when you're working from home because you have access to your computer, and it means that you may be tempted to even want to go overboard and to overdo it. And that I want to warn against that. You need to have a level of balance. Like for instance, you wake up in the morning, if you meditate or you pray or whatever, you exercise, make sure you grab a bite, and you get dressed for work, you schedule what you have to do. And now it's more about productivity than time sitting in the office as we would have imagined. And I think some good things have come out of working from home, and we're more productive and focused, and most importantly, to pay attention to your mental health. I
Mhm.
know most of us are not accustomed to being with our family members, breathing down our necks, for 5 to 6 weeks. It's quite a challenge, but I'm grateful for family and this time that we have together. But you can also do fun things. You can go for a drive and wind down the windows and, breathe in some fresh air. But most importantly, take care of your mental health. Because if you're an extrovert, you're accustomed to being out. And I think that's why we find people are still going out because
Mhm.
they going out gives them life. And it's difficult if you're accustomed to going out to have to just be indoors, but it's for the greater good. So I would recommend that persons, take care of their mental health. I want to give a shout out to Mr. Nigel McKenzie, his dad, who is watching us on Facebook. You should be a very proud dad. You have a very brilliant daughter with a brilliant mind, and kudos to you, Dad, for
Yeah,
raising
very,
such them.
Right.
very good. I haven't seen Andy smile like this in a while. It's very good. That's good. It's good. I know how serious Metro is about really making sure that the policies serve both the company, the clients as well. And you guys are also on the way to ISO certification in the future. So that takes a lot of preparation. So, a lot of kudos to you for that. Nayandi, after receiving such a fantastic compliment, any advice that you would like to provide?
Yes, I would just like to say, with respect to health and safety, you know, we take it for granted sometimes the things that some of the things, special, simple things like ensuring that the areas are not cluttered, ensuring that, your environment is clean, ensuring that there's not any flammable materials around. Simple, simple things that can make a difference within the organization. Even simple plans, just like this business continuity plan that we have, that's a part of health and safety because it's ensuring that your customers and your employees are safe and protected. Good afternoon, Ms. Camille from Camille's Institute. Thank you for tuning in today, and thank you for being a customer of Metro Office and Computer Supplies.
And
Yes,
I may add a premium learning institution that's been very innovative during this COVID season. So hats off to Camille's Academy.
Yep,
yes.
very good. And also a lot of big things coming up from Camille's Academy, in the very near future. And well, I'm very happy to belong to this tribe as well because it's always people looking at how they can better serve humanity. Because when you do that, humanity takes care of you. So it's very important to keep our eyes on doing that. And I think from this interview, you've clearly demonstrated that you guys are taking care of your team and your clients, and that will come back to serve Metro as well. So, really, really heartened by that approach.
Thank
So, thank you very much for taking the time out to speak with me today. I look forward to talking to you again soon. Hopefully, the next time we talk, you'll be telling me about what the rollout looks like to get back to some level of normalcy.
Certainly.
Definitely.
And it's
I'd like to say a special thank you in my HR mode to the entire management team for all they're doing during this time. Special thank you to Yushina for managing our social media page and all the work that she's doing. Special thanks to our general manager, Mr. Bascom, for the daily work that he's continuing to do. Special thank you to Prakash and Amanat, Mr. Calendar, Arif, Claus, Ananza Ramkumar, even Miss Jackie, who's away, for joining us every day. Thank you to our company president for joining us every day and being a part of it. And of course, a special thank you to Miss Lindy for, leading during this time and ensuring that we are kept safe, kept abreast, and kept productive. So that's most important.
Well, that's a good close out. All I have to say is ensure that everybody follow the protocols and stay safe, and let's beat COVID-19, Guyana.
Definitely, that's the plan, and that's what we're sticking to. Right. So you guys take care. It's been really good to see you today, and have a fantastic rest of the day.
Thank you.
Thanks
Thank you,
for
Dr. Durga.
Dr. Durga.